Very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, or whenever you are tuning this one in, as this is our weekly talk show. And again, the guys couldn't be here as Weeze had work. Lucas was babysitting, and Jamie had work as well. Had to be at the office today to handle something. I don't know what it was, even though they've got spring break coming on. And but what do you do? We are going to. I'll tell you what you do. When Illinois is in the Final Four for the first time since 2005, you go ahead and do a show. I'm not dedicating the whole thing to the University of Illinois. I mean, that would be, I could, but yeah, that would probably, it might get boring. I don't know. It depends what you think. But I'm going to we're going to talk about the Final Four today. That's what we're going to talk about. This is our weekly Take the Points show. We're going to talk the college Final Four, men's basketball. It is this weekend. Illinois plays on Saturday and hopefully on Monday. And we'll get to all that here in just a little bit. Hope you're all getting set for a very pleasant and memorable Easter weekend. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a moment, as well as let's talk first about a few things going on in and around our community today. Well, actually, I'm going to start with one that's not today, but it is coming up next week. It's coming up on the Wednesday the 8th, at the hospital here in Clay County. They are having the guest. Well, I thought it was Lil Buddy's Sweet Treats is going to be there, specializing in. Oh, and then there's like a few other ones, aren't there? Facebook, A Touch of Mist. As well, A Touch of Mist will be there, as well as Lil Buddy's Sweet Treats. Maybe that's all the same thing. Anyway, I believe that is all the same thing. Misty will be there, as they'll have cinnamon roasted nuts, kettle corn, pork rinds. Boy, I tell you what, there is nothing as good as walking into a hospital and then getting some pork rinds and then walking out with chomping a big old batch of pork rinds while you're walking out of a hospital. Yeah, that's the doctors love. They just love to see that. Do it with the kettle corn too. Have the pork rinds in one hand, yum, yum, yum. Have the kettle corn in the other hand, yum, yum, yum. There you go. You'll make your doctor so happy that then that'll be just coming off of a Easter weekend where you might be able to find some. There might be a little chocolate floating around here on this Easter weekend. But yeah, that's all coming up 9 to 3 next Wednesday in the conference room at the Clay County Hospital. All proceeds do go, or some of the proceeds anyway, go to the Clay County Hospital Auxiliary, as they asked me to pass that information along. So glad to do it. What else is going on? I got to tell you, I took a look around. I looked at numerous sites on Facebook, on radio stations, all over the place. I found a little bit of stuff going on here on Friday and on Saturday of Easter weekend, but not very doggone much. It was it's mainly mainly Easter stuff, but I figured may as well tell you about some Easter egg hunts, because there's going to be a bunch of them. And though you might want to go Friday if you're thinking about Easter egg hunting, because I'm betting Saturday you might have some weather issues, but we'll see. Easter egg hunts on Friday over in Odin. Over in Odin at the Odin Health and this may be the Good Friday Easter egg hunts may be just put on by senior citizens or something. Maybe that's a new tradition that I did not know about. But over at Odin, at the Odin Health and Rehab Center, it'll be an Easter egg hunt. This will go start at 2 o'clock over in Odin. Also at the Fairfield Senior Living and Rehabilitation, you know where that is. That's the old Wayfair, the old Aperion. It's been numerous things. It's the hospital on the west side of the hospital in Fairfield, starting at 10 a.m. this morning. If you're not there yet, you can still get there. At 10 a.m. this morning until 1 o'clock this afternoon, Fairfield Senior Living is inviting families to a fun-filled spring celebration with their annual Easter egg hunt on Good Friday. Next to the Fairfield Memorial Hospital, children of all ages and are encouraged to bring baskets, show off their egg hunting skills. The Easter egg hunt will feature different hunt times for different age groups to ensure that everyone enjoys a safe and exciting experience. They've got 0 to 3 years, the toddler area. Call it safe and easy hunting. Let your little toddlers get out there and hunt for the eggs. That's fun. The 4 to 6 years old, lots of colorful eggs and surprises is for the 4 to 6 years old. 7 to 9 years old, ready for a fun challenge. Those might be a little bit more difficult to find, maybe, I'm guessing. And then 10 to 12-year-olds, fast-paced hunt and prize eggs. So you get the eggs there, or they'll have the prizes in them. And you don't want a 12-year-old going up against a 3-year-old trying to get some eggs, shoving the kid out of the way. That's just not fun for anybody. You don't want to, but nobody wants to see that. Special prize eggs will be hidden in every age group, as well as some containing candy surprise prizes. Well, if it's in an egg, yeah, that's going to be a surprise. And even even photo fun. Additionally, the Easter Bunny will be there for photos, giving families a chance to capture the memories. How about that? What else going on Friday? Now, this one you may not want to chow down on all the candy before you go to this, but up at Charleston at Eastern Illinois University, they're going to host a blood drive at Eastern Illinois University today from 12 to 4, as they say, life is good. Give blood. That's going to be at Eastern Illinois University, sponsored by the Lamb Chops, Lambda Chi Alpha at the Charleston Lawson Hotel lobby. Charleston Lawson Hall lobby. Which one's Lawson? I think that's a dormitory, but I'm not sure. Yeah, you can also, by the way, save up to 15 minutes when you donate blood by using Rapid Pass. Visit redcrossblood.org/Rapid Pass for more information, or go to 1-800-RED-CROSS, 800-733-2767 if you want more information. Easiest thing in the world to do, go to that redcrossblood.org, redcrossblood.org. Find the drive, set yourself up an appointment, get the Rapid Pass, bang right through it, off you go. Yeah, makes it a lot quicker for you and to save everybody. How about on Saturday? Did we have Easter egg hunts on Friday? You know we're going to have Easter egg hunts. I've got a bunch of them. Now I'm telling you, all these, you could have already gone to both of those on Friday. If you're in the mood, you could have hit the one in Fairfield starting at 10, finishing at 1, and then there was what was the other one at Odin starting later on in the day. Where was the Odin? What time was the Odin one? You could hit the Odin one. Well, I got to find the right page. Hit the Odin one at 2 o'clock. Plenty of time to get there. All right, so you got 2 Easter egg hunts in. How many more are you going to get? At 10 a.m., till noon. It's at the Clay City Ballpark. The Clay City Civics will be having an Easter egg hunt on Saturday. Age groups from birth to 3, 4 to 7, and 8 to 11. Also, multiple prizes for each age group. Again, that's at 10 a.m. Flora American Legion will host an Easter egg hunt at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. That'll be at the Charlie Brown Park. And age categories from 2 to 4, 5 to 7, and 8 to 10. Sounds like you might be able to get prizes at different age groups at different places. That's 1 to 2 at Charlie Brown Park. 2 to 3 at Louisville Park. 2 to 3 at Louisville Park. The Louisville Rotary Easter egg hunt held Saturday, April 4th at 2 in Louisville Park. Hunt for those ages 12 and under. Sounds like everybody's got 3 of them in today so far. Register to win one of 4 bicycles or tricycles to be given away. Now, that's pretty cool. Also, in the afternoon, this may throw a wrench into getting this one in with all the rest of them, but it's 3 hours long at the Sims Community Center down in Sims, Illinois. The annual Sims Easter egg hunt will be held from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Everyone invited with age groups from 0 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 to 12. More than 6,000 stuffed eggs will be scattered for hunting, along with numerous special prizes. The Easter Bunny will be on hand. Now, I don't know if you want... The Easter Bunny isn't like Santa Claus, where he knows when you've been naughty and he knows where you've been nice. That's not the Easter Bunny's gig. Easter Bunny's coming along bringing the eggs and letting you have a good time anyway. Easter Bunny's, he's there to help. And now he's going to help the smaller children who can't find the eggs or something like that. But and the bigger kids don't, again, I don't know how many times you have to be told this, but you might need to be told again, don't shove the little kids out of the way and grab the egg from them. That's just not cool. Again, 6,000 stuffed eggs in Sims. The Easter Bunny will be on hand, greet the kids, pose for photos. The event will take place rain or shine. So this one's going to happen either way, if it rains or not, tomorrow. Sponsored by the Sims SOS Community Group. How about up in Strasburg? I love this one. This is tomorrow morning from 9:45 to noon. All children ages toddlers through 3rd grade. The annual Strasburg Community Easter Egg Hunt, sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary Liberty Unit number 289. They will, start at 9:45. Registration, you got to register for this one. Register to hunt. It's just like a hunting license. Get your license. Make sure you're legal. I'm just glad they're not making you get a FOID card to go hunting for Easter eggs. Hunt will begin at 10. In case of rain here, they're going to hold it at the Strasburg Community Center. So that's cool. All children ages toddler through 3rd grade invited to participate. The Easter Bunny will be in attendance here. He's magic. Easter Bunny's magic. He goes all over. He's all over the place. Final place, how about up at the Thelma Keller Convention Center, the Easter Extravaganza, spelled with 2 G's instead of an X. How about that? Easter Extravaganza, 8:30 a.m. up in Effingham. Get ready for the ultimate Easter event for kids at the Thelma Keller Convention Center. 7,000 eggs, photos with the Easter Bunny, diaper derby, and tons of fun activities. Perfect way to kick off your Easter Saturday. Doors will open at 8:30. What else going on this weekend on Saturday? Effingham Sports Card and Memorabilia Show. That'll be at the Effingham Event Center. That's on Fayette out there toward the interstate. Not quite to the interstate. Across the road from, what was that, the old Knights of Columbus? Across the road from from Niemerk's. Join Becker Sports Cards at the Effingham Event Center for a sports card and memorabilia show featuring tables of sports cards along with Pokemon cards. I tell you what, people are People are getting into those Pokemon cards. They're making some bucks off of those. Finally, on Saturday night, live music at A1 Liquors up there in Effingham. It'll be the Flints playing at 7 o'clock. Kickoff Easter weekend at A1 Liquors on Highway 33 with the Flints. They'll have delicious food and live music. There you go, starting at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Film Score Day here on April 3rd. National Film Score Day recognizes the musical masterpieces called film scores, and more specifically, the very talented composers who create them. As the opening scenes of a long-anticipated movie begin flickering across the screen, a rising cadence undulates through the theater, setting the mood. A musical note plays, then maybe 2, 3, and more. Soon the theater fills with a beautifully layered orchestral musical masterwork. As this musical accompaniment to the film you are watching is called the film score. So imagine your favorite film without a few well-placed notes enhancing the image. You know, whenever I think about film score, and this one suggests Star Wars. You know what it is. Jaws with the tuba playing. By the way, that dude is an American hero. That dude playing the tuba there. Also, The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter films are some of the ones they think about. The ones that I think about that basically changed film scoring forever are the movies like Psycho. Psycho had a score that was out of this world, and for the time, now granted 1960, it was groundbreaking, earth-shattering. Whenever the killer came into the shower scene and flips open the curtain and oh, it's just amazing. It was amazingly well done and just horrifying to everybody. Well, it was a terrific a masterpiece again here on Film Score Day. This was Jeffrey D. Kern founded National Film Score Day to celebrate and highlight talented composers' tireless achievements. The day also honors their treasured musical masterworks that bring so much joy to the screen. So there you go. What's the difference between a film score and a soundtrack? Well, soundtracks are usually different songs played within the movie. Like, say the soundtrack for Goodfellas. You'll hear Layla come on. You know something bad has happened to somebody when you hear Martin Scorsese drop Layla. But otherwise, they do have film scores too. You recognize the music of the songs more often than the scores. The score, though, really helps with the feel of the film. What else is today? National Chocolate Mousse Day. Heck yeah, it is. National Chocolate Mousse Day on April 3rd each year. This recognizes the decadent dessert that gained popularity in France back in the 1800s. Mousse is prepared by beating eggs or cream or both to a frothy, airy consistency and then folding the ingredients together to create a light, creamy delight. The words mousse and chocolate are derived, both are derived from the French language, so it isn't difficult to believe France is where to begin looking for while there's no exact time that the chocolate mousse was introduced, it is thought that 400 years ago, 1615, is when they thought that chocolate mousse was introduced. So that's pretty outstanding. In the U.S., the first notification or first advertisement of it was in Brooklyn in 1887 on how to make chocolate mousse. So that's pretty cool. That's outstanding. By the way, are chocolate mousse, this is a good question. Chocolate mousse and chocolate pudding, are they the same thing? There's a mousse as well. Are chocolate mousse and chocolate pudding the same thing? No. They're both creamy and delicious, but mousse is lighter and airier than its pudding cousin. The more you know. What else is going on today? I already mentioned it. Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to everyone. The Friday before Easter commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ in the Christian faith and is called Good Friday. Christians around the world recall the biblical story of Jesus' crucifixion on this day. Day, of course, goes by many other names as well. Holy Friday, Black Friday, Great Friday. Though sources conflict, the phrase Good Friday may have been derived from God's Friday. It's central to the Christian holy season, leads up to when Jesus was crucified 2,000 years ago, almost 2,000 years ago. The celebration of Good Friday has been observed for centuries, all the way back to, it says here, the 4th century AD, and that makes sense that you wouldn't have celebrated it BC, would you? When does Good Friday happen? Easter is based on the lunar calendar. Good Friday can happen anytime between March 20th and April 23rd. Depending on when the first full moon appears after the spring equinox. You wait till where the full moon is. Whatever week the full moon is, that's when the Sunday of Easter. Pull back 2 days, and you'll have Good Friday. Well, how do they do in different cultures for Good Friday? Well, down in El Salvador, artists create sawdust rugs using colored sawdust. Elsewhere in London, they reenact the crucifixion as a passion play. They do that all over the place. In Ireland, eggs are marked with a holy cross and then are eaten on Easter Sunday. And in Israel, Christians walk in Jesus' footsteps in Jerusalem where he was crucified. So all that going on. What else is going on today? Major League Baseball, bunch of opening days, finishing up opening days for folks. The Cardinals will be in Detroit, their opening day at 12:10 this afternoon. That'll be on the new channel. I hope you noticed you got it. If you got it, channel 372. Hopefully you got it. The Cardinals are on there. I'm just calling it the St. Louis Cardinals Network, STLC. SLCN is probably what I ought to call it, hadn't it? Cardinals at the Tigers. Mike McGreevy versus Framber Valdez. That's channel 372 for the Cardinal channel. Miami Marlins at the Yankees on MLB Network, channel 357. Cubs at the Guardians. Cade Horton versus Joey Cantillo at 310. That's on Marquee, channel 367. White Sox at home against the Blue Jays. We'll talk a little bit more about the White Sox later. They stink on ice. Dylan Cease versus Sean Burke, and that's on CSN channel 353. The Mariners will be at Los Angeles Angels. Brian Wu versus Reed Detmers. NBA basketball at 6 o'clock on FanDuel Network, channel 370. I think it's FanDuel Plus. No, it is. Yeah, it's FanDuel Plus. 371. Pacers at the Hornets at 6 o'clock. The 6:30 Bulls are at the Knicks on CSN channel 353. And NHL hockey, the Blues at the Ducks tonight at 9 o'clock. It's Easter weekend. Let's talk Final Four. Back right after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, folks. Bruce Dickey here with Wabash Cats TV. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you also for tuning into Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You can find it here daily at 9 a.m. and at 1 p.m. Talk about all kinds of different subjects. People, interesting folks in the community, community events coming up, just all kinds of stuff that will matter to you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I am Bruce. Thanks very much for joining in today as let's talk Final Four. When's the last time? Well, first of all, easier question. Have you ever been to a men's basketball Final Four in the NCAA tournament? I have been. I have. Numerous times. When I was just a lad, prior to getting married and doing all that kind of stuff, and I would each year I would send and this was when you had to send a check in. You had to send money in to buy tickets. I bought tickets pretty much. I would send an order in to buy tickets every year. And then they had a lottery, and they still do that, I think, to an extent, but they do it differently now because I quit doing it. Had a lottery to get tickets. Now, this was when they started using domes back in the late 1980s, to hold these events. For instance, this is Illinois' third NCAA Final Four run in my lifetime. So I didn't go to the first one. I went to the second one. I didn't go to the first one. The first one was in 1989 out in Seattle in the Kingdome, which is no longer there anymore. But that just tells you all the way back to 1989 they were playing Final Fours in the Kingdome. So, but all that to say this. I would usually, I worked at the bank. I would take a loan I had a friendly loan officer at the bank. I'd borrow $1,200, order 10 tickets, $120 a ticket. And that was for the whole thing. It's like $60 a session or something like that. And then they would send you the check back 2 months later if you didn't get them. And I'd pay my $30, $40 or $50 loan fee, pay the money back if I didn't get tickets, fine and dandy. If I did get tickets, I'd pay those too. That was fine, whatever. But that was years ago. It ain't like that anymore. It costs a lot of money now, but the venues have not gotten any smaller. Here's what the schedule is for this weekend. And UConn and Illinois playing on Saturday evening. That's the Eastern time there at 6:09. So it'll be tip about 5:09. They're going to start the coverage at 3 o'clock. So you got a 2-hour pregame show on TNT, TBS, True TV, and HBO Max. And you say, Bruce, why are they putting the TV, the games on those channels rather than on CBS like it was Sunday afternoon whenever UConn beat Duke with that last shot during 60 minutes? Money, I guess. The TNT folks are paying more. I'm telling you all that to tell you this. It'll cost you, or pardon me, you make sure you find it. If I'm telling you where to find it, you probably already know. TNT and TBS are $272 and $273 on your Wabash, and True TV is $284. You probably already have at least one of those services. That's where you will find both of these games. And also to tell you a little bit about this place. This is Lucas Oil Stadium. This is where they are hosting the Final Four this year. That's the window to the south at Lucas Oil, where they can open that door and make it an open-air stadium, open that door, and I think they can open the roof. They won't do it, of course, for this. But I'm showing you that if you're getting tickets to kind of tell you, I've been there. I've been to Lucas Oil for football games, never to a basketball game. But I've been to, my brother Doug has been to basketball. He's went third row to the Final Four one year. And he couldn't see. I'm just telling you. He had third row tickets and couldn't see. Because, that tells you how, I'm showing you how big, that'd be the baseline of the court is that wide. So that's there's the baseline. There's the big board that hopefully Illinois will be slapping their name to on Saturday evening. But here is a picture of how far you are from the court. This just goes to show you how wide. You can see where the court is going to be there. They're building the court in front of all these chairs right now. Maybe to give you a little bit better picture, a better view of it is this. That is a long, if you're even in the bottom section where you're paying right now, tickets are over $1,000 to get into the bottom section. You are a long way from the basketball court if you're in the bottom section. They have about, count how many rows there, 50 or 60 rows before it gets to where it starts going up decently. With a decent angle, all the way down there, and they've got the court built up. You can see barely there on the lower left-hand side of the court. You see those steps going up. You've got them over there on the right, but there's a better view of it on the left hand. That's about 4 or 5 feet. So the court is 4 or 5 feet above the base. Those seats go all the way down to the base. So you are underneath the court. You are underneath the court for probably, what would it be there, 30 rows? 20 or 30 rows? It's mind-boggling how bad the seating is. You are so much better off sitting around at home and watching it on the Wabash. I mean, yell at your TV. If you're there it'd be great if Illinois gets 40,000 people out of the 70,000 there rooting for Illinois. That'd be outstanding. I'd love it. I would kill for it. That'd be great. But I'm just telling you, if you are close to the court, you are way down low, and you can't see it. Well, you can see it, but you can't see the floor. So, I mean, you can see people up there shooting, playing and stuff, but you can't tell where they are on the court. My brother had third row seats in one of the ends, like down there, I believe, on the far end for Michigan State. He was behind a basket, somehow got into these seats, and he went thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be great. I'm going to be right next to the court. This is when Michigan State was in. He's a big Michigan State fan. And he got there, and he couldn't see a darn thing. He could basically see things when they were on their end, but it was just, it's just phenomenally bad seating if you want to go. If you want to go, God bless you. Hope you have a good time. I'm going to talk about the games in particular here when we return. And I'm telling you also, I'm not going. I have had people, I know people who are going. I have friends going. I've been there. I've done it before. It's like going to a Bob Dylan concert. I've been. I'm not going again. Bob Dylan's great. He's a lot better listening on album than listening at the show. But everybody will have a good time if they don't mind not seeing anything and paying a lot of money. Back right after this. Let's talk about game one when we return. Illinois versus UConn. Back in a sec.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Hello, I'm Beth Cooper.
And I am Stacey Earlywine, and together we host By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
It airs Monday through Friday on Wabash Channel 100 at 11 a.m. and again at 3 p.m.
We love to follow Clay County history, and we've been venturing out too in other counties. We absolutely love history.
You can also find us on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey, or like and follow us on Facebook.
Goldfinger, trying to destroy the courthouse, I see.
Precisely, Mr. Bond!
Too bad, Goldfinger. I've got a secret weapon.
Huh?
Building center. Zinc building center.
We'll need new lumber, doors, paint, windows, plumbing, electrical.
It was good.
Zinc Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Game one, I believe we established, was at 6:09 p.m. Eastern Time. Illinois at 28-8 versus the UConn Huskies at 33-5. There's a few of the players to keep an eye on. Terrace Reed, solo ball, and Alex Karabon. For UConn, Keaton Wagler, David Merkovich, and Andre Stojakovic for the Illini. Illinois is favored at this time. They opened up as a 2-point favorite. It moved to 2.5 quickly, and then over the course of the week has dropped back to 1.5. So money coming in late on the UConn Huskies as the week has progressed. UConn, of course, did you see the big game Saturday? The big finish on Saturday night as UConn knocked off Duke as my TV has just shut off. I got to turn my TV back on. Yeah, UConn knocked off Duke on Saturday afternoon. It was a wild finish, a tremendously unexpected finish, as they got the steal late in the game, and then took out hit mute too. There we go. Nope, there we go. All right, that's better. Yeah, as they stole the ball late in the game and were able to hit that last shot and win it. Here's a look at Illinois during that Iowa game. A few of the having the glad hand. A look at the Illinois stats in that ball game, or not in that ball game, over the course of the season. These are all averages. Wagler's hitting 40% of his threes. Jake Davis hitting over 40% of his threes. That's outstanding three-point shooting. That gives you a actual field goal percentage of around 60%, and that is tough to beat. You have also the interesting thing are the Avicic boys sitting. One of them, Tommy, still over 30%. Tommy Avicic has been on a desperate struggle lately, hitting his threes, and the three-point shot. Illinois depends on that. Illinois depends on hitting their threes, and they depend on out-rebounding the other team. They average about 9 more rebounds per game than the other team averages. Also, here's another look at that. Just point out that Merkovich is hitting about 37% of his threes, but the big one there is Merkovich averaging around 8 rebounds per game. Here is the picture I was talking about. Mullins just took that shot. You know, Mullins has had a bad year shooting the three. He's a 5-star player, but he hit the one when it counted. As the per game stats here are what Terrace Reed there averaging. Well, he hadn't taken a 3-point shot, but he is averaging 14 points a game and almost 9 rebounds a game, as UConn's averaging around 36 rebounds a game. Mullins only 32% from 3. That's the thing. You see per game stats, the 3-point percentage. The Huskies shoot 35% three-pointers and 71% from the line, and field goal percentage 48%. You go back to Illinois, 34% three-point shoot, a little under that, but more efficient at it. A little bit better, quite a bit better free throw percentage, as Illinois is shooting around 79%. It's number 14, I believe, in the country in free throw shooting. The tail of the tape in this game is probably going to be how the Illinois offense is able to play against the UConn defense. UConn has a fantastic defense. Illinois' offense is fantastic. Here's the Pomeroy ratings of this is the offensive Pomeroy ratings. Illinois is number 1 in the country in their offensive rating. Just a little smidge, finished a smidge better than Purdue. So far, with one more game to go. You see Illinois is number 1, Arizona number 4, and Michigan number 5. And Connecticut, you have to go all the way down there to number 28 for offense. This game's going to be told on defense for Illinois. Can they play the same kind of defense that they played against Houston and Iowa? That's the other question. To do that, it's a toughness question. UConn has been in this position 3 times out of the last 4 years. This is their 3rd year out of the last 4 to be in the Final Four. There are players on UConn's squad who played on the last championship squad back in, I believe Reed played on both of them, back in 23 and 24, right? Yeah. So they've been there. Can Illinois show the toughness? The odds makers say yes with the 1.5 point. However, every time you talk to somebody or you see somebody, some talking head talking about what the Final Four is going to say, it's a tougher team. The Yukon squad is tougher. I will tell you this. Take it for what it's worth. All four of us, Jamie, Lucas, Wheeze, me, we're betting Illinois to win and cover on Saturday. Some of us more than others. Just leave it at that. We'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to talk about the second game. It's just going to be fantastic. What a week. What a night Saturday night is going to be. Back right after this.
When Justin, a local volunteer firefighter, needs one of the department's trucks serviced, he calls Cam, whose repair company keeps everything rolling. In turn, Justin helps keep Cam and all of the community safe. Together, they support each other. And Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them and every member with safe and reliable power. It's why REMCs exist. And together, it all works.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Cats TV. It's our weekly Take the Points edition. Thanks so much for being here. We're talking Final Four right now, and it's just a fantastic matchup here for the second game of Final Four Saturday with the Michigan Wolverines at 35-3, taking on the Arizona Wildcats at 36-2. Wildcats only losses were on the road at the they won the tournament. They lost at Kansas by about 15, and I think they lost at home. It was at home. They lost at home to Texas Tech back in January, and this is kind of it's two of the top three teams in the country. There were three teams in the country that were thought before the season to be better than not thought at the end of the season to be better than everybody else. Duke, Arizona, and Michigan. Put them in whatever order you like, but Duke was the number one seed going into the tournament. They lost to UConn on Sunday, so they're out and gone. See you later. And you have these two squads. Arizona is a paint juggernaut. They play in the paint like nobody's business. They have talent, size, and all kinds of size. That's showing a dunk right there. And they they spread their points around. You got 5 guys in double digits, but when you add their next 2, that's a lot of guys seeing a lot of minutes and also getting a lot of points. They stay under 30 minutes a player, so I mean they're spreading it around quite a bit. Their 3-point percentage at 36 for the team is pretty good, but the thing is they don't take a ton of 3-pointers. They like the 2-point shots. They're shooting over 50% there from 2. That's 4% higher than either of the other teams we just looked at. So Arizona, they have a focus. They like to go down low. They like to hit the big men. They like to take advantage of that. And also they rebound very well. Look at that, 42 rebounds per game. And they really deal with the ball, handle the ball terrifically well. Then you're looking at a Michigan squad. You're led by Yaxel Lindenborg. What a name. Yaxel Lindenborg. He's a transfer. Michigan basically put together their team through transfers. Most of them do these days. As there's Yaxel in the Elite 8 getting himself a layup against Tennessee. The Yaxel's the All-American. He may end up getting Player of the Year. They'll announce Player of the Year award, I believe, on Sunday. And Yaxel averages, he was Player of the Year in the Big Ten, even though there were like 4 or 5 players that scored more points per game than him. But Yaxel gets about 15 a game. He gets a ton of rebounds. There's Merez Johnson, folks. Everybody remember Merez when he wore the orange and blue? I certainly do. I also remember when Merez committed to stay at Illinois last spring. And about 3 days later, his dad said, no, he ain't staying, and took him to Michigan. Michigan paid more money than he had agreed to at Illinois. I guess we didn't have him under contract. That's fine. That's where Merez wanted to play. That's where Merez wanted to play. But they're scoring 86 points a game. It's pretty similar to Arizona. They were 86 points a game as well. 40 rebounds a game. 3-point percentage of 36 as well for Michigan. Free throw percentage just a smidge better than Arizona. Field goal percentage about the same. Then you look at they turn the ball over maybe one more time a game. That just gives you an idea of how close this final game will be on Friday or on Saturday night. It's Michigan is a 1.5 favorite, if only for because it's probably because you saw they were just barely ranked ahead of them in those KenPom ratings, or no, Arizona was ranked ahead. I think it's because they play in, I don't know if it's a tougher conference. Big 12's as tough or tougher than the Big 10. I really don't know why. I guess it's where the money's going. People are betting on Michigan. Probably the more recognizable names, Merez and Yaxel, rather than Brett and Ivan Karchenkov, and maybe it's because they have American players. I can't tell you. I don't know. Here's the overall net ratings after the Elite 8. Connecticut still made it up into the top 10. This is the offense and defense all put together, and the rating is made there with the Michigan Wolverines a little over Arizona at number 2, and also looking at that tells you whoever wins the game between Illinois and Connecticut, they're going to be 5 or 6 point underdog to. It'll probably be 5 points if it's Illinois. It'll probably be 6 or 7 points if it's Connecticut to the Arizona-Michigan winner. What did we take? The gang here? I believe we all took Michigan. I believe we all took Michigan against the spread. All took Michigan to win over Arizona. But it's it is a coin toss. Just flip a coin up in the air and see where it's going to land, and that'll tell you a lot about that. Now, Monday night, well, I mean, what are we going to do? Of course, we're all taking Illinois. We've all got Illinois winning on Saturday. We've all got Illinois winning on Monday. I like to say I'm always objective, but not when it comes to Illinois basketball. It's that's why I don't gamble on it. That's why I don't much. Let's talk. We got a couple minutes. We're going to come back, talk a little baseball. Back in a sec.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm sorry about that. I was reading more about Michigan and Arizona. It's just such a fascinating game. I could tell you all about it or talk about it for a long time. It'll be a lot of fun on Saturday night. How about baseball? Have you been paying much attention to baseball lately? They have the new balls and strikes, the robot umpires, ABS system, automatic ball strike system, is in place now. The balls and strikes are not determined by the automatic ball and strike system unless it's an appeal by a player. Each team can lose 2 appeals a game. You can appeal all you want as long as you keep winning your appeals. But you can only win or lose. You can only lose 2 and you're done, which brings in a strategic aspect to it, as well as what the heck aspect to it, depending if you haven't lost any. The people having the worst time with it are umpires. CB Buckner has been one of the worst umpires calling balls and strikes for years. I think it's in baseball circles, it's been widely regarded as one of the worst since Eric Gregg. Eric Gregg was a terrible, and there have been a few others who were just terrible on balls and strikes, but I shouldn't say bad things about Eric Gregg. He's no longer with us, but he was notoriously bad pitch caller. But It's fun to watch. It is fun to watch. Just real early here in the early going. An immediate impressions from if you have any immediate impressions from what's gone on so far, it's that the Yankees are already 18-run differential and the Red Sox are 15 to the bad. That's pretty interesting. And then you can look also and see in the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers are scoring some runs. And nobody in the National League really giving up all that many runs. It's just why the Milwaukee Brewers are scoring all those runs? They played the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are going to be bad again. Already a differential of 31 runs, and we're 6 games into the season. Yeah. Ugh. Have a great weekend, everybody. Go Illini.